Hey legacy builders, welcome back to Mind Your Money. I am so excited to be recording a new video for today. If you are new here, my name is Tasha and I am on a journey with my family of 5 to financial freedom while building generational wealth. I have not recorded a video for 2 weeks. Today is September 28th and I decided to just go ahead and turn on this camera and get my October 22 budget set up so you guys can join along with me. It may be a long one. I may talk a lot, so please get yourself some coffee or some tea, some water, kombucha, whatever you like to snack on, and let's get into this budget, goals, numbers, all of it. Okay, so thank you for being here, and don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already with your bell notification on. Thank you. All right, so just really quickly before we get into the budgeting and all the good stuff, I am just getting over, our family is getting through the the Rona. I'm not going to say the name. I just don't know how YouTube might be flagging certain videos, and I don't want all that drama, but we are well. My children are well. My husband is well. I might still sound a little congested, but I promise you the last 2 weeks have really helped us just to rest and to spend some time together, obviously, because we could not go anywhere and my children were not in school. My younger children weren't in school. So one of them is still testing positive as of today. We're still waiting for the third test results to come back. But everyone is doing better. And we're still staying safe, and I appreciate everyone who reached out to me on Instagram, everyone who sent me a text message and just sending your prayers up. I really appreciate you guys, and I pray that you are healthy and strong and doing your best to stay focused, because we have a lot going on, especially with inflation just increasing, and all the basic needs that we have are costing us a whole lot more. So we definitely want to be more strategic and focused on our budget, setting goals, setting actionable steps to reach those goals, and making sure we're budgeting out all of the income that we have, because you don't want to miss an opportunity to save, to invest, or to pay down high interest debt. So let me get into my budget, and hopefully as I share this, you will get some inspiration and you'll do your budget along with me, or set some goals, or just revisit your budget so we can do this together, okay? October 22, this is my Mind Your Money Simple Budget Workbook. I'm using this for simple, intentional weekly and monthly budgeting for financial freedom. I already set up my calendar off camera just to save a little time, and October starts on the 1st, which is a Saturday, but I'm tracking all of our money moves and goals from the 2nd through the 29th, because I budget from Sunday to Saturday. So that constitutes a week for me. Week starts here, week ends here, and there are 4 paydays in the month. So I wrote down all of our bills that we have to be paid. Rent, of course, Geico insurance, YMCA membership, our electricity bill, life insurance policies, cell phone, internet, and then another life policy, and then our gas bill. So that's pretty much it. We're going to be focused on that. I did write some goals here in my to-do goals and affirmation section, but I have 3 specific goals that I want to reach in this month, and I'm going to talk to you about those really quick. So I know you might not be able to see everything on my desk, my aesthetic. I tried to give us a little fall vibes here. Maybe I'll put it here just for the moment, because we are talking about budgeting, right? So let's get into it. I'm going to talk about the 3 goals that I set for the month. So I have 3 goals that I want to focus on this month. One is to declutter my pantry, and the second is to save for boots and clothes. I'm going to write this in blue. So declutter pantry is 1. And really, that's to help me with all of our food and shopping, our grocery list. I do not want to overdo it, and I don't want to operate out of fear and start buying a whole bunch of things. Like, I don't need 30 cans of tuna. I don't need, extra rice, 20-pound bags of rice, because we have that already.
What are you doing?
I'm recording a video.
This looks awesome.
Okay. Declutter the pantry is because we're going to be working with a tighter budget for food. I don't want to buy things we don't need. So we already have 2 bags of 20-pound bags of rice. We have extra mayonnaise and ketchup, like things that we want to make sure will help us while we're, going through this challenging time, right? So decluttering my pantry would help, throwing away things that either expired or getting rid of stuff that's taking up space that we don't need. So hopefully it'll make it easier for us when we're doing our grocery runs, and we'll just get rid of things that clog, because when you have a clogged space or a cluttered space, it clutters your mind. It's hard to stay. Next up is to save for boots and coats. So I'm doing some savings challenges, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. My children need boots for the new season and new coats. So we do have some from last year that can work, but they definitely need to upgrade, especially my 3-year-old who's growing like every day. It seems like he's growing bigger. So we're going to be saving for boots and coats, and this winter boots, I guess fall and winter, I'll try to find some for them. I also have an Amazon wish list, just plugging this in there in case anyone wants to bless us or support the channel in other ways. Please check that out. It's in the description box. Next is only charge bills and groceries. So what that means is I don't want to charge any miscellaneous spending on our credit card at all. We're only going to charge the bills that we can charge, right? The fixed expenses that happen every month, and for any groceries that we buy. And that does not include eating out, because I just feel that we're going to be eating out a little bit less, just to give ourselves more time to completely get over this virus and all the things associated with it. Okay, so those are my 3 goals for the month of October that I hope we will push to reach. And I'm looking at I did a whole pre-plan. I did everything, so hopefully my numbers make sense too. And I have my digital budget on the right side of me, so I'm going to be looking at that, and hopefully this is what I think is going to help us stay within budget. Do not buy too many groceries, especially operating out of fear, because we operate by faith, okay? We walk by faith, not by sight over here. So decluttering the pantry is the top goal, and I'm going to be doing that throughout the month. I might share it on Instagram stories, hopefully, because again, my children are better going back to school, so I'll have more time during the day and quiet time to share how we're doing with that, to help us all stay motivated, right? You guys are my accountability partners, okay? So I'm going to be doing that. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram for those stories, okay? Saving for the boots and coats for the 3 boys, and then only charging bills and groceries so that we can not have to pull from our savings anymore to pay for those miscellaneous this happened kind of thing. We have to be diligent and disciplined to only charge what we know we have the money in our budget to pay back. All right, there are no birthdays this month, so no special celebrations or anything like that. We do not celebrate Halloween, so that's not something that you'll see me talk about on the channel, okay? We went over this, the goals and affirmations that I have here. My affirmation for the month of October is my life is marked by purpose, and my purpose is in God. So my life is marked by purpose. And one of the goals I have written in here before filming was to add $2,000 to next month's bills for November. That is going to be a stretch. You'll see when we get into the numbers. But again, we're walking by faith, not by sight. So we always budget with the least amount of income we can expect, even including our side income, because that fluctuates. It can change from week to week. One week it could be $100, next week it could be $20. So but we're still going to leave this as a goal for the month of November, for the month of October, to save $2,000 for November's bills, and then to add at least $20 to our giving account for seed sowing, because we want to sow more seeds more frequently. And what that means is basically, when you put a seed in the ground, you're going to water it and you're going to expect to reap from whatever that is, whatever you're trying to grow. So we're going to do that with our money, and we're going to sow a little bit more intentionally in this season, especially because there are other people who are going through challenging times with the economy in the U.S. being the way it is, with inflation being at an all-time high, with the stock market being red, with all the things happening, new variants of this virus out there, and everyone just has something that they're dealing with and going through, and we want to be a blessing where we can and when we can. So that's something I put down there. And I use this sticker from Gold Mine and Cocoa. It just says, "Break that chain, sis," because we're breaking the chains of poverty and changing our family history. All right. So now that we talked about goals and affirmations and all of that, let's get into the numbers. I'm going to have to turn this so you'll just, you'll get to see my lovely hands here. I am going to plan for W-2 income at $2,640. And that is the minimum we expect to receive. And for our side income, we're going to plan for $300. And something different I am doing with this budget, because my budget by paychecks are going to be changing too. And we'll get to that when I set up my first budget by paycheck for the month of October. I am going to roll over $1,400 from our next month's bills account. That's where we save money for the following month's bills. I'm going to send $1,400. I'm going to add it to this budget so that we can pay our rent. So whatever is in the account at the end of the month, $1,400 is being rolled over for our October budget so we can pay our increased rent. And then we're going to break down all of the other bills. So the first bill that we have is, of course, our rent. And rent is $1,400. That's an increase of $200. And we have been planning for this since about June. So we're ready for it. Not that I'm mentally ready for it, but financially we're ready for it. Okay. YMCA and Geico, they both come out in the first week, and I'm going to write them on the same line. So Geico is $69 and YMCA is $97. I combine that for a total of $166. I hope you can see that clearly because I'm writing with an orange pen and hopefully it's bright enough. PSEG is next, and that's our utility company for our electricity, and we're going to budget $65. That bill has gone up. We normally would budget $50, but it is what it is. This is why we save money. This is why we budget out our money and we set savings goals so we can try to stay ahead of these things. Allstate, I have 2 Allstate life policies. Well, not me, myself and my husband. We have 2 policies. So those total $69. That's what we're going to budget for the month. I always use a whole number. I don't use change because it's just easier. I like to round down on our income and round up on the bills just to make sure we can actually take care of them. Metro PCS is next. They provide us with our cell phones. So we have 3 phones, unlimited everything, and it's $135, which is an increase of $20, and I still need to call them to figure out why that is. I think I have an idea because we did need to add insurance. I'm an insurance agent, so if I believe it's reasonable for you to have life insurance, then of course it's reasonable for you to have insurance on your devices, because if something breaks or if something gets lost, it's less money coming out of your pocket to replace it, and that's important to me. But I do think we can do better, so I'm gonna write a note to make sure I check on that. See if we can lower it. Spectrum is next. Spectrum is our internet providers internet only, and that's $55 that we're budgeting. And then we have National Grid, which also provides our gas heat, so we definitely need that. And they put us on budget billing, so the bill is $141. It's supposed to be $141 every single month, and we'll see what happens at the end of the year, because for the past 3 months I don't think we've used that much gas because it was summer, but I don't know if they're going to give us a credit or what's going to happen. I need to find out about that too. I need to call and check on that. And then last but not least is our first fruit offering. We give a special offering at the beginning of each month, and that is budgeted as $60. And that should bring us to a total of $2,091 for our monthly bills and our giving. So let me just make sure my spreadsheet is not lying. 1,400, 166, 65, 69, 135, 55, 141, 60. Yes, $2,091. Okay, so now on to our monthly savings. For savings, we are going to start with next month's bills. So this is very different from how I normally do it. We are going to be saving to pay November's bills separately with each paycheck. So for the month, our minimum contribution for next month's bills for November is going to be $889. That is not nearly what we need to save, but this is the minimum. And again, we're pretty much using the minimum income, and we're going to use our budget by paychecks to track how much extra income comes in and how much more we can put towards these. And we are doing different savings challenges. So if we fall short and we don't reach, we don't get more than $889, we'll find a way to add money to this account. Okay. So that we can have enough money for November's bills, and we're not I don't want to have to use the money that we have coming in November to pay for November's bills. I want to be ahead of it. So even if we get this far ahead, we'll still need $1,100 more, and we may just have to pull it from November's income, but I'm hoping we won't have to do that. Right? And we do have an emergency fund. We have 6 months of savings there. Even though we're still in the building phase, if we need to use that money, we can. But our hopes and our prayer is that we'll be able to get enough extra income so that we don't have to use that current month's income. Being ahead is such a stress reliever, so I definitely want to continue staying ahead of our bills. We are going to be investing. We are not stopping or slowing down our investing, and our goal is to invest $200 in the month of October. Our investment goal video is coming out soon, so I'm not going to go into detail about that here, but you'll know where we're investing and why, and how we plan on how we plan on diversifying our portfolio and whatnot. Emergency fund. Now the emergency fund is going to get $200 minimum from this budget as well, and that is because we used a lot of money from it, but we still need to put money into it. Annual bills. We have annual subscriptions like ABC Mouse for my 2 younger children. We have internet security, and we have Amazon and Costco and all those things. We put aside $40 per month so that we can pay those when they come, because they're due at different times. And so our savings is $1,329. Let me again make sure my spreadsheet is right. 200 plus 200 plus 40. Yep, $1,329. So $1,329 is the total monthly savings for our October budget. And then miscellaneous. This is basically everything outside of what we have to pay for bills and what we plan on saving. So we pull out cash for some spending and to do, cash savings challenges. So for cash spending, we plan on withdrawing $400 from our October budget or October income to do that. And our cushion is basically what we leave over behind in our checking account, so we can buy groceries, we can do extra giving, all the random things that come up throughout the month. and we're putting $240 aside for that. Again, this is the reason why I said we cannot have any miscellaneous spending this month, and we need to only charge on our credit card, our family credit card, our bills that we can charge on the card, and groceries, because we get cash back, and so we want the credit card company paying us. We don't want to pay them interest. So this is why, because it's tight, we're a family of 5, and that's a tight budget. We still plan on being strategic as possible. Next, but not least, which is the most important, this is the foundation of our faith. We are going to be tithing and giving a minimum of $280 in the month. I don't know if you can hear my 5-year-old. My 5-year-old is the only one home right now. He's playing some games on the tablet, and he's loud, and I'm so sorry if you can hear him. He's fine. He's just being his funny self. 400, 240, and 280 gives us 920, and that is how much is going towards the extra miscellaneous expenditures for the month. So we started with, I didn't even tell you guys the total. Our total income plan for the month should be $4,430. So I'm going to write that here, 4,430. That is the total. And so we start with 4,430, and we subtract $20.91 for bills, then $13.29 for savings, and I'm getting $10.10, but I have $9.20 here. $9.20. So I have $90. Let's see. Did I do something wrong? 2,640 plus 300 plus 1,400 is 4,340. There we go. That's what I did wrong. Okay, 4,340, and that looks terrible. I don't have any whiteout, so that's what it is. $4,340. So we subtract $20.91 for bills, $13.29 for our savings, and $9.20 for miscellaneous. So there we go. That is a zero-based budget, which is what I want. So we have $0 remaining. And when it's time to close out our monthly budget, I'll do the actual side. So this is the plan, and then we'll come back and write in our actuals: actual income, actual bills, savings, and other. So our planned income is $4,340. Our bills total $1,320. Nope. Why am I messing this up, you guys? It must be being out of practice. Even for 2 weeks, it feels like, oh. All right, so this is $13.29, which is actually for our savings, and our bills are $2,091. So I'm going to write an arrow here because these should be inverted, and miscellaneous is $920. So that's it for the number side. If you're still here with me, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking out with me. You are definitely probably a budget nerd like me and love going through all the numbers. So our percentages, I want to look at that really quickly, of our bills. So our monthly income, $4,340. No, that's wrong. I think we take the amount of our bills, which is $20.91, divide that into the monthly income, and we get 48%. So 48% of our 48% of our income is going towards bills, which is pretty high, but we always use less, and that's okay. Just look at taking a realistic look. We have to work on increasing our income. $13.29 is our savings. We divide that by the monthly income, and we're looking at 30%. So 30% of our monthly budgeted income is going towards savings. And then miscellaneous, $920 divided by 4,340 is 21%. So 21% of our income is going towards cash spending, giving, and our cushion. Okay, remember, 1,400 of this income is money we saved in September. So that's why we're not tithing on that, okay, because we've already done that. And then our other giving is coming out separately. So that's our October monthly budget. Very simple, to the point, and I tried to break it down so you guys understand why we're doing it, because maybe you'll get some inspiration for how you're managing your budget too. This is why we share real numbers over here, right? I have 5 budget by paycheck worksheets in this, but we only have 4 paychecks this month that we're expecting, or at least that's how we do it every Friday. But if we get any extra income and I need to use it, I'll use it. If not, I can always use it for another month, which is fine. Or if I make a mistake, I have another page. All right, so you guys know that we are tracking our expenses, and what I plan on doing is using this expense tracker for our operating account with Capital One. I love Capital One. I would hope that Capital One was, reach out and sponsor your girl, because I love it. I've been using it for almost 15 years. I've been using Capital One, and I love the ease of use. It's a Capital One 360 account. It used to be ING Direct years ago, and they just make it easy to save money. The interest rate is really good right now, obviously, because it's raised up from with the Fed rate, Mr. Powell raising the rates. But it's really also easy to open. It takes just 5 minutes. I have a video where I share exactly how to open new accounts and how to rename them, how to transfer from back and forth between checking and savings. You can have as much as 25 different savings accounts with Capital One. So it's really easy to use. And I'm going to be tracking all of the money moves basically from that account. And I'm going to start on October 2nd. Okay. Then I'm going to be tracking our expenditures on the Quicksilver card. Again, because our goal is to only charge bills and groceries. That's what I plan on doing here. And hopefully you guys, again, keep me accountable, y'all, because I don't want to come back on a Wednesday or have a video posted on a Wednesday and I'm like, yeah, y'all, we spent this money. I need to really make sure we don't do that. My husband and I are in agreement that we agree that we should only be paying our bills that we can be paid with our credit card, get the cash back and save up that cash back, because we spent a lot in September. Again, just trying to make sure we're healthy and we're cared for and all those things. So we don't want to mess up in October. I am going to be tracking our saving funds, which are our purpose funds. So all of the funds that I have not closed out September yet. But these are all of the funds that we have. And even though we're not heavily focused on these right now because we're saving the emergency fund, we're making sure we're taking care of our 4 walls, I still like to see how much we have in these funds. And then we'll close out with our net worth at the end of October. No, I haven't closed out September yet, but this is how I will be setting up our budget going forward, using this simple budget workbook so we can stay accountable, keep tracking our expenses, keep checking in with our budget, doing budget by paychecks, closing it out, and making sure that each week we're following what we set up for the month. Savings challenges. These are the savings challenges that I'm going to be doing in the month of October. I actually already started in September. So I have this When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade by the beautiful and lovely Snow Gardener 307 and 307 Design Studio. So I am saving this money for the boots. This is in line with our goals, right? To save money for boots, winter boots, or let's say seasonal boots, I don't know, and coats. So kids are expensive, y'all, and their feet grow. My 14-year-old is still growing. He's taller than me. He's bigger than me. He's got facial hair. It's like, oh my gosh, but kids grow really fast. So I'm hoping that the boots that we get them either by the end of October, before it starts to get like too cold, it'll be good enough for all of them and they'll be able to wear them through next year. So this is what I'm going to be using to save $200 towards the boots. And then I have this sweater weather savings challenge I got, as I think this was free. yeah, it was definitely a Friday freebie from Miss Alicia over at Hands and Bands. I started this also. Each icon is worth $5, so we're going to save $50. And I'm going to put this in my emergency envelope in my black wallet. So just basically having cash on you for anything that could come up. All right. And this is really cute. I like it. I'm also doing the October no spend challenge. Again, in line with my goal to only charge bills and groceries because I do use our credit card. So I am going to be investing. I'm going to save $2 for every day I have a no spend. That's no miscellaneous spending. If it's something I budgeted beforehand, then that's not considered a spending day. So any unbudgeted spending should not happen within this month. And I want to save $2 per icon so I can invest it at the end of October or the beginning of November. So I'm going to be doing this also, and I'll check in with this every week when you see my Wednesday check-in video. All right, I'm still working on for September. I just closed this out because, again, we haven't been going anywhere. We've been in the house for 2 weeks, more than 2 weeks, just, you know, quarantine and whatnot. So we have basically all of these no spend days, with the exception of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days where there was miscellaneous, no, 7 days where there was miscellaneous spending. So each icon I made worth $5, and we're going to invest $115, which will probably come from side income because I did get a YouTube paycheck in September. Thank you to all of those who watched ads on my videos. I appreciate you guys. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'll probably share that in somewhere in October when I share my investment updates. Last but not least, I'm doing the 100 shares challenge. I actually received this from the lovely and beautiful Arverne at Arverne Budgets Aimlessly. So I'm going to be increasing our positions in O, which is realty income. We have this across several different taxable brokerages. I have it through M1 Finance. I think I have through Robinhood. I might be wrong, but definitely M1 Finance and TD Ameritrade. But I'm going to be focused on building up O in my IRA. So 100 shares. We're going to start this officially on October 1st. And I'll keep you guys updated when I share my monthly investment goals update and let you know how we're doing. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but we're gonna work towards it. So I want to own 100 shares of this, and I'll be working on those challenges and keep me accountable, guys, for this budget for my family. I have new products that are coming out very soon. So if you are not following the website, my website is TashaLovesLife.com. That is the name of my first business and my first YouTube channel. So if you would please go ahead and check me out over there. I have digital products. I don't have physical products on the website yet, but they are coming soon. And just, you know, sign up for the email list if you would like to keep updated with me when I release these new products, because I'm excited about it, and I hope that you would find it in your heart to support. So that's it. We are minding our money, right? We're managing it well, and I hope that you're doing the same thing. So I love you guys. Have a great and wonderful and blessed October. Remember, we are walking by faith, not by sight. And to whom much is given, much is required. So continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.